won his game yesterday against one game. Aruna Quadri won his first game yesterday, but he lost his second game. But then he's still in the group competition. I will see how it pans out for him today. But then
in access to key decision and newsmakers.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Your Excellency, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Modelo.
Asking the questions you've always wanted to ask.
Don't get me into trouble with this one. It's a deep question with a very long answer.
Provoking, revealing responses and revealing the real person behind the public persona. See how the conversation evolves on air.
Don't forget, we've all come to inherit what is on ground. And if initiatives were not taken to change them, exigencies now are making it necessary for us to make those changes.
Watch View from the Top with Modele Sharafa Yusuf at this time only on Channels Television.
Always starts with a good show of sportsmanship, but everything changes when it's time for action.
Deep sucks it up and gets it. What a shot!
Well, he's taken a narrow lead here over the...
It's done it!
In this fast-moving world of sports, the moments are intense, exciting, engaging, and mind-blowing.
A superb demonstration of power sprinting.
Here at Channel Sports, we won't only bring you the action, we get you involved. Through our different sports programs, we highlight your magical sporting moments, dissect the issues, let you share in the celebrations, and ultimately become the champion. Channel Sports, the final the moments of true sports.
We don't have any news about the players in this moment. We are waiting. The market is open until end of August. We are at time for this. At this moment, nothing. I think that we play offensive situation and defensive. When you play against Bayern, you need to defend very well. After in the second half, when we changed all the players, was a different game.
As Roberto Mancini actually talking about what the preseason games, well, for them, it's really been a misfortunes. And we're actually talking about the tennis, talking about the misfortunes Nigerian players had, and all the way you're having the likes of Hannah Quadri losing the same player he lost to in the last edition of the ITTF championship and all that. You're looking at them and the kind of start they've made, everyone was actually thinking, with Hannah Quadri, winning the first game, you go ahead to also win that second game, and no one actually expected that to happen.
Yeah, but then it's not a surprise, really, because the lad that beat him actually beat him at the last Africa Table Tennis and Championship, so it wasn't really a surprise for me. But Aruna really has to step his game up, going further in the competition. Like I always say, luckily for them this time around, it's a group situation. So if he was won his first game, if he go on and win his third game, perhaps he will have a chance, to go on into the next round. Aruna Quadri right now is carrying the hopes of all Nigerians, at this particular tournament. Not a lot has been expected of Kazim Makonjola, but then he's a good player as well too. But then if you now look at the female, the female team, they've been doing well so far. They won the first two games. Funke Oshonaike, she's doing well, despite a lot of people feeling she's getting on in age. So we'll see how it pans out for them eventually in the competition.
Okay, well, for him, he said he was a little bit tired. That was the reason he lost that game. So he had no strength to really play on the table on that day in the opening contest against, host nation's Clarence Denaya. That was the player he lost, though, in the second game. But he won his first game. Of course, for today's fixtures, the games will be starting at 10 a.m. this morning. Funke Oshonaike, of course, she will be in action today against Ejema Ikome Beatrice. And, of course, you're having Otunanko actually, her first game, it was a walkover. She will be facing Sarah Kazima Kojola and Agbetulogo Mamusi will also be national. Haruna Quadri and Reda Said will be in action in that one. We talked about the fact that Kazima Kojola, the game he will be playing against Asa Omar, it's going to be a tough one because it was expected. He lost that game 11-2, 11-6, and 11-6. Not a good one for the men at all. But the good thing is they're still much in the game, and each of the four players, they've won each of their first game. Funke Oshonaike is definitely in a pole position right now because the first game she won it, and the second one it was a walkover. For the other girl talking about Atinuke Olaide, well, her first game it was a walkover. Second game she won it. So today, hopefully they can get something out, and maybe Hannah Quadri can bounce back and get to win his game for this morning. Now, that's for tennis. And, of course, we heard from Roberto Mancini what he was saying about the preseason games, and hopefully they will have something better in that one. And there's one particular player transfer now where Martinez has actually arrived at Atletico Madrid for medical. Yeah,
he's in town now, and it was expected. The deal had been on the horizon for a while. And it's good to see him in town now, but then the pressure is on him to deliver goals, and straight away the comparisons are already being made between him and Radamel Falcao, because they're both Colombians. They both made the move from Porto to Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid, for some reason, they've been able to hit the jackpot when it comes to bringing in strikers into the team. If you want to go down memory lane, Diego Forlan, Kun Aguero, Radamel Falcao,
Mario Mandzukic just spent just this season, gave them 20 goals last season.
They all come in and score goals, and that's what they will be expecting from Jackson Martinez. Definitely, he's a good striker, but then the pressure is on him right now to deliver goals.
Yes, at least give them 20 goals this season. That's what Atletico Madrid will need right now after letting Mario Mandzukic leave for Juventus. Now.